Alright, this is Jon Snow here for the second part of the Floodgate mission walkthrough for the Halo 3 Metascore achievement walkthrough for nextgenwalkthroughs.com. And right now I'm going to say if you look at the little bottom right hand corner, apart from the score and where the medals are, you'll see a little timer counting upwards. That is how long you've been playing the mission for, and also if you want to see when I die, when I didn't just BS it and say I was cutting out something else, you can look there to see when the time jumps up, because the time continues upward even when you die. And right now I'm pissed off because I'm out of battle rifle ammo and can't find any. And right next to it you'll see something that right now says 3.00x, and that's in the little brackets there. That is your time multiplier, and I was just being an utter idiot thinking that it was a different battle rifle, whatever. Ignore my idiocy. Now it's actually to 2.5x, which it switches to at approximately 10 minutes into the mission. And again, this is your time multiplier, and this is applied when you end the mission. So whatever points you have at the end of the mission is then multiplied by your times multiplier, and this becomes your final score. So if you have 10,000 points and you have a time multiplier of 2, you'll have a final score of 20,000 points. And this is important because it tells you how many points you actually need to get get the achievement for each mission. For this mission, I end up finishing it with a 2 times multiplier with about 10,000 points, and I end up with over 20. If you're down to a 1.5 times multiplier, that means you're going to need at least 10,000 points. And if you are unlucky enough to have a 1.5, if you're lucky enough to have just a 1 times, just a single multiplier, which would not have any effect on your final score, this means that you're going to need to have the full 15,000 points for it, which can actually be pretty tough on normal. It's very difficult to get 15,000 points. This is the second part of only 2, so the video ends. So the mission ends at the end of this video. Next up is the Ark, which I'll probably upload with this. And then I would upload the Covenant with that, but I'm having trouble with my DVD ripping program, so I have 5 parts out of 6 of the Covenant uploaded to my computer, and then it decided to crap out on me, leaving me with no way to get my DVDs to my computer. It's actually a good idea to not detach the turret and to keep it freestanding. And then to use it on the enemies, but they decided to charge me here, which I actually rarely see during this, having the enemies charge me. It does not happen very often. You're actually going to want to stick with something like the spiker or the energy sword at close range, and use that turret solely for long range, which is useful. It's actually a lot more useful on co-op when you have someone protecting your back. But I'm making these guys for someone playing by themselves. This guy I think was shielded and was being an utter pain in the ass. And there we go. That's a range for him right there. Stick him or hit him with a flamethrower or something along those lines, or use something like the energy sword, which really helps when they are like up in the air higher than a jump, because if your reticle turns red, then you can just lunge at them. Now, something that some people do not know about the Flood is when a corpse is being reanimated, you can kill it even before it steps off the ground, and I got a nice little multi-kill off that trip mine, which are very useful against the Flood because they just go towards you. They don't think. As soon as your reticle turns red against a Flood enemy, they can be killed. If you remember earlier in the mission, there was a section where a Marine was getting turned into a Flood, and you could not kill him for some time until your reticle turned fully red. But as soon as your reticle turns red while aiming at a Flood being animated, then you can kill them. With the energy sword, you have to be very careful and pull the trigger only when the reticle is red. If you don't, you'll pretty much land right in front of the enemy, and you'll be defenseless for about a second and a half, which can be very dangerous, especially when it comes to the tank forms, who can kill you pretty easily if you're, you see what I just did? I almost screwed up there. And it's also a good way to learn the strategy, the main energy sword strategy used in multiplayer. Again, since you're using the energy sword, you're going to get all melee bonuses for your kills that you get with it. Same with something like the gravity hammer. And once this battle's finished off, and then you walk down and you grab some really awesome weapons, usually like a full energy sword or gravity hammer, and then like a really high charge plasma rifle, or you get some good ammo for a battle rifle, and then you get to the rampant. No, not rampant. Whatever the last part of this is called, I can't remember at all. And then you're like, oh, mission's over. Oh no, I cut that entire part out. There was no need for people just to watch me walk towards the end when you already know what happens there. So pretty much right after I kill the last enemy or two around here, I just cut forward to the end, where you can see my score. I mean, honestly, I get a full charge gravity hammer, which was very nice. Now, mind you, you only get the melee kill if you lunged at them when the reticle was red, not if you, actually, I don't think you get melee bonus for it. Wow, I guess I was wrong on that, whatever. And as you can see, I don't even have close to 10,000 points. I mean, 15,000, but I do have 10,000 now, which means that I should have plenty when the multiplier kicks in at the end. And I do. I have a 2x multiplier. Infinite Devil Machine. I just cut this part out. There we go. I've got about 20,000. And I would have gotten the achievement if I didn't already have it. And I will see you next mission.